Welcome to Mornings with Patricia. Happy Thursday. Uh, Today, well, it's been an interesting time in the universe, and there's so many things going on for so many people. And I'm going to just tip this back a little bit because my timer is moved, and so I just need to make sure I can see that. Okay. So many things going on for so many people, and I some months ago I saw a TED Talk, and I'm sure it was, it's been on there for a long time, but it was done by a gal named Anita Moorjani. Sorry about that, Anita Moorjani. And so if you haven't seen it, here's the story of Anita. So she had cancer. She experienced cancer and for about 4 years, and it was a lymphatic cancer that actually went up all of her body into the back of her brain, and she had big sores and bumps the size of grapefruits on her, and it was really really bad shape. And they put her in ICU and or in the hospital, probably ICU, and she had slipped into a coma, and the doctors had told the family, this is it, so you need to do, if you need to contact anybody, you should do that now. And so what Anita says in her talk is that she could see the doctor, she could see her family, she was on the plane the moment she thought of her brother who's coming from India. She was on the plane with him. She'd seen her dad who had passed over, and she learned so many things. And she makes this statement. I instantly understood why I had cancer. And she doesn't ever talk about that in her talk of why, but she has a book called Dying to Be Me, and I just ordered that. So I'm going to read that. But anyway, so she met, I think, some beings on the other side, and they told her, you have a choice, but it's really not your time, and so you should think about going back. So she didn't really want to go back into that body, but she did. And she woke up, and the family was overjoyed, and the doctor's like, okay, this is really good, but he really did a lot of caution around that. And and she told her family she was going to be okay. And I think it was like a week or something like that, 10 days, she was out of the hospital, the cancer was gone. Amazing. And she talks about, she understood that we have everything inside of us that we need to heal. And she has another book coming out September of this year called What If This Is Heaven? And so I wanted to give you the preface of Anita before, I really talked about what I wanted to talk about, which is, what if this is heaven? And I don't know for how long I've been saying this, and I say it a lot at Sacred Space Spiritual Center, that, we've never left heaven. And it's really hard to explain that when you see all the suffering, or you're going through things yourself. But Anita talks about it. I read some preview of her book, and she talks about it like a consciousness. And so I don't really know what her book will be like, but here's what I think. I think she's going to talk about things, the way that Jesus did, in the sense of, heaven is within you, and it's within your consciousness. And so what if choosing our thoughts and how we think really, really, really switches to the deep belief, and then from that place of deep belief is how we live our lives and how we experience it. So and I'm not trying to be Pollyanna here, right? Because, that sounds so simple. Oh, sure, Patricia, that's right. Well, I'll just think really good thoughts. And then, great, I'll have a great life. Yeah, that'll work. No, that's not what I'm talking about, because I think this is such a huge shift in our consciousness. And it's stuff that I'm still working with, even though that I truly believe we've never left heaven. Even though I truly believe that this is heaven, even though I truly believe heaven is within us, I am still working very, very hard through that sort of consciousness because I'm having, like everyone else, I'm having some on heaven-like moments. But just talking about this, just talking about it, I can feel the shift in my body. I can feel that whole shift and the consciousness shift. And what if our conversations were heaven conversations, right? So here's what I'd like you to consider. Whatever your belief systems, whether you call it heaven, the other side, whatever you want to call it. Think about if you were in heaven. What sort of things would you feel? What sort of conversations might you have with other people? I mean, you'd feel extreme joy to be home, wouldn't you? I would, I mean, when I think about it, I think that's extreme joy. Part of it may be not being tied to a body, because I think we just feel so confined, it's really weights us down. But, oh yeah, and I would be open to, feeling the energy and the joy, and I would be doing what I want to do, right? Wouldn't you? You'd be doing exactly what you would want to do. And I suspect I would do a work in heaven, but it wouldn't be work. So here's the thing. What if we really are in heaven? What if this is heaven? And we just shift our consciousness. So we don't do the things that we dread. I mean, you don't do that in heaven, right? And you feel good in heaven. And what if that sort of consciousness really creates that huge shift in our bodies and in our lives and our mind? Wouldn't that be amazing? I wanted to share that with you because this is something that I'm really, really going to really concentrate on. And I ordered her meditation tape. She has a meditation tape that takes you through healing of the body. And I've been going through that whole thing for so long with my stomach and the intestines that I just thought, you know what? Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done. Why am I having that experience over and over and over? I know that experience. I've learned a lot from it. So I'm going to, I've ordered her meditation tape, and I'm going to do that kind of meditation in addition to the other stuff that I do. And I'm just ready to have a totally healthy body and a totally healthy attitude and mind. And yeah, wow, I'm ready to be in heaven. I wonder what that would be like for you. I mean, even if you just took some time to imagine, right? And I can feel within my own body that extreme joy rising. And, I told you the other day about Adyashanti, that we're not here to learn, we're here to unlearn. So that makes sense to me. That makes sense that we've never left heaven. Because we're not here to learn, we're here to unlearn, right? And what are we unlearning? Maybe we have a particular, I don't know this to be true, my mind's just going, but maybe we're having a particular human experience because we have this belief. We have this huge belief around it, and so we have to unlearn that belief. We have to unlearn, limitation. We have to, once we unlearn limitation, we start to realize that we are unlimited. So we can have any sort of experience we want. I just think that is fascinating, and I think it's a revolutionary idea, right? I think we've had really good ideas, and when I look at the teachers, historically, and even the ones I know now, I think that this is what they're teaching, right? And we're opening that consciousness. By the way, if you hear that little click, 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 that's Romeo walking. I took him out this morning to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I was going to help him down the porch, and he walked really fast because he wanted to do it his own self. So, it's joys. It's joys in our life. And whew, I've been seeing so much pain lately that I'm telling you, I have seen some rough years for people, but this right now is tough, 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 tough for some people, and just sending out my love. And if you're having a tough time right now, I'm sending out my love to you. You know, that's what we do. We love and we support each other here in heaven, right? Having a morning with you in heaven and the rest of your day, I wonder what it will be like. So here's what I would really encourage you to do today. Just play this game with me, just for one day. Every time you can, every possible moment of your day, this Thursday, I would like you to say, oh, wow, oh, I'm finally in heaven, right? Oh, my gosh, I feel so good, I'm finally in heaven. Would you do that just for one day with me? You know, and then see what your experiences are like. Right? Let's make this a test. See what your experiences are like, but give it your all. You know, like really be grateful you're in heaven. Whew, I'm free of everything. I'm in heaven, and really just bring your attention to that over and over, and smile at the other people in heaven, right? And drink coffee in heaven or tea in heaven. Oh my goodness, read a good book in heaven. You know, do your work in heaven. And just see if anything changes. And if you're on Facebook and you've done this for Thursday, if you could drop me a line on my page on Friday, that would be great. I'd love to hear what your experiences are. I really, really would. Because what if we do this experiment, and what if it's shifting, right? And then we help others experience this. So we may have to have a reminder, you know, and remind each other maybe every day, we're in heaven, okay? But we're going to start to notice, is there things happening in our body as we do this? Are things happening around? What are we just noticing? So I really hope that you'll do this with me. For some of you out there, like, who worry about a lot of things, no worry in heaven, right? So you don't need the reassurance of anything in heaven, because everybody is okay, and you know who you are that I'm talking to. So you know, everything's fine, and so just remember, you're in heaven. You're in good hands. All right. So thank you so much. My heart feels so much lighter. And I'm going to do this too, and I will post on my page on Friday, okay? So if you want to read on my Facebook page my experiences, that'd be great. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I love myself. I love you. Thanks for a wonderful day in heaven. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.